Right.
You can take
wonderful talk, Nina. And I just want to apologize to everyone for the freaking mood whiplash you're going to get like right now, because yeah, it's going to get intense like right now. Let me share screen real fast. Can you all see what I see?
Yep.
Wonderful. All right. So welcome to, can I start actually? Yeah, can I start?
Yep, it's all yours.
Can I say fuck?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Cool. Welcome to Directing the Director, or How to Get the Performance You Wrote Inside Your Head. My name is Sandra or Maxi Molina Juan. You may know me as SandraMJ or SandraMJDev. I'm SandraMJDev on Twitter. You should follow me because I've been a comic book colorist before, in DC Comics, Blizzard, Dark Horse, bunch of places. I've been around the block. And now I'm a creative director, art director, voice director, casting director, writer, solo dev. I've done a lot of things. I'm not a graphic designer though, so I'm sorry for the state of these fonts. But yeah, in terms of voice direction, I've done a bunch of indie dev things mostly. Hated Knights or The Necromancer and Kraken Academy are some of my most famous roles. And I'm here to give you a few tips on how to communicate with a voice director, right? We're coming from the assumption you've already done casting, so we're not going to be looking at how to cast voice actors. If you have any questions on that, you can hit me up later. But we're going from the assumption that you already have the voices you want, all right? So before we start, let's make sure we're all on the same page, right? We're going to clear up some stuff. Things I can do, things I can't do. So things I can do and will do. I will help voice actors give their best performance. Why are you getting me on board? It's to make sure everyone gets cohesive performances. I will make sure the actors feel respected and valued. I speak voice actor. You may not speak voice actor. I do. And we'll make sure everyone speaks the same language here, right? A voice director manages schedules and communication with VAs, right? And I can bring up potential problems and technical issues like, hey, so this voice actor, maybe they have a bad thing, maybe they have, maybe their setup doesn't sound very good, or there's been some issues with their recordings, anything, I can help bring that up. Things I can't do or won't do. I won't read your mind. I'm sorry, I try. I can't edit audio for you. I mean, I can. That is not what I do. I can't force people to care about the project. Like, if someone doesn't care about their role, I'm sorry, I cannot make them do it. I wish I could. I can't. I can't invite people to your Discord. And, this is a real thing. You can go and invite them yourself. Do you know it? I don't want to play Messenger for your Discord server. Leave me alone. Just kidding. I will if you ask nicely. But this is not my thing. This is not what you hired me for. So direction is three main things, in my opinion. Direction is preparation, direction is communication, and direction is trust. We'll get to each of them in this talk. We'll examine each of them. So first and foremost, preparation. Is your project ready to get voice acting? The direction process consists of several sub-processes, so to speak, right? First of all, you finish the script, right? Finish the script. You have the script finished, right? And then you cast the voice actors. And then you set up the recording sessions. And then you direct the voice actors. And then you receive the files. And then you're done, right? What's the takeaway from this? You don't cast before you write. Don't cast before you, I swear to God. Don't cast before you write, okay? Don't. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just to go over the thing again. Once more. From the beginning. Are you sure the script is all done and finished? Have you finished the script? Nice. Have you edited the script? Nice. Have you kept the script sealed for 20 years before recording it? Nice. So communication. For me, communication is the act of getting words from your mind to mine. Because as we established before, I cannot read your mind as much as I wish I could. I cannot. So the best thing we can do is make sure we're getting as much information from you to me and vice versa in order to make sure we're on the same page, all right? I have what I call the voice direction grocery list, aka how to become my favorite game dev. First of all, who are your characters? If you have cast your voice actors yourself, you may not have casting sheets. You know, a casting director will always ask you for them, but if you are casting yourself, you may not have them. But basically, you know, I need descriptions, I need art. Who are these people? You will know them. I'm sure. I know you know your characters. I need to know them too. I will get to know them as I read the script, but make my life easier, please. What is the tone of your story? A comedy and a drama read differently until they don't, you know, because I can read a story and think it's so OTT and so excited that it's so funny, and then it's like, no, you were meant to play it straight. And I'm like, oh no. Intention matters. Make sure your intention comes across. Let me know what your intention is, right? What are your references? Are you into anime, games, an obscure pantomime from the 50s? What's your style? What are you looking for? Do you love Fire Emblem? Do you love Western cartoons? What's the thing you want the thing to sound like? I just said think twice. I'm sorry. Who do I have to direct? If I have not cast your voice actors, I need to know the full list of VAs or I will defenestrate you. If you don't know the meaning of defenestrate you can look it up right now. The voice direction grocery list, MK2. There's more stuff yet. What are your recording specs? Do you need WAV, MP3, OGG? Which bitrate? 44 kilohertz. Sorry, I need to breathe sometimes too. I know. 44.1 kilohertz or 48 kilohertz. If you don't know what any of this stuff means, get an audio engineer. How is the delivery of files handled? Do you know how many times I have to chase people for days looking for a freaking Dropbox link? I hate it. Figure this shit out before you get people working on stuff. Ah! Okay, no, I'm fine. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I will get better. Don't worry. Do you need any cleanup in your audio files? Bah! Trick question. Get an audio engineer. When do you need the lines by? Deadlines keep everyone on the loop whenever it's not a valid date. Give me a date. Ah! I'm sorry. I know. I'm working on it. I'm sorry. Yeah, don't worry. I will be fine. So things that I can roughly guess from text alone, but that you and I both really don't want me attempting to guess. So you should just write them as notes in the script. Jesus Christ! Are sarcasm, irony, sing-song tones, you know, mocking, sudden fits of murderous rage. I don't know what you're talking about. Whispers, screaming, exaggerated flirting. That thing where you are rivaling someone while you're talking to somebody to shut up. Literally anything where you have a super specific grid, right? All of this stuff, you should just write them in the script. You know, you don't want me guessing these things. So why do I need to know all this stuff? Why? Well, let's test a theory with a ridiculous example. This is my character sheet for my character. I drew this guy the other day. Let's call him Guy McDemonkiller. I totally forgot how he was killed. Age and voice type. He's 28 years old and he's deep like hell and growly. Description. Guy McDemonkiller of the famed Demon Killer clan. Defeats demons with his hands, gets all the boys, always has the best one-liners, and always saves the day with a smile. Cool, I love him. Assumptions I would make and avoid, aka my biases. Tone. Well, it's a super OTT, so I will think it's a fantasy action comedy, right? I've read a lot of these. References. Well, I will think it's some kind of D&D campaign turned commercial project, or maybe you've been playing Doom, or maybe you love Duke Nukem. I don't know. Something dumb. Not that these things are dumb. They're dumb to me. I'm sorry. I love you. I love you still. Don't worry. Don't kill me over this. Direction. Very cartoony, over the top barbarian hero with a lot of grunting, growling, and hearty laughter. Very big, but very optimistic, right? Wrong. Plot twist. This is a dark, ironic subversion of commonplace fantasy tropes and the dogmatic use of the hero's journey. Guy is a tragic character who hates doing his job and only wishes he could devote himself to the joys of gardening magnolias, so his lines are delivered in whispers under 3 layers of irony. Irony, no, not irony, what the fuck? This is in no way mentioned in the script and could only be inferred from a throwaway line where he laughs tirelessly at a compliment for his heroic shenanigans 3/4 of an 80k word script in. References include Drakengard for PS1. Or was it PS2? I forgot. Anyway. Communicate. Say way too much. Ramble on. I love to hear it. I want to hear it. And after that, after you've told me all the things you have on your brain, tell me way too much. I want to hear it. Say words. Say more words. So many words. Oh my God. Keep talking. After all that, all you can do is trust. Trust the director. No one benefits from micromanagement. I don't want you hovering over my shoulder. You don't want me hovering over your shoulder. No one does. But letting go is the hardest part. If you have done the prep work right and communicated all you could, it's truly time to let go. Time to sit back. Nothing left but reviewing stuff after it's done. The happy ending. If you're happy with the results, this is the end of the talk. Congratulate everyone. Send your viewers a tip. Get your project out there. Give everyone a shout out on social media. Tell all your friends how great it is to have a voice director hire me. The end. Now, this isn't always the case, right? But there's still that still thoughts happy ending. Sometimes you imagine just the right scene and you didn't get it. Fine, you don't get exactly the read you had in your mind. Or perhaps you did get the right you wanted, but there was a recording glitch or an ugly sound that you wanted to choose. If it's only a handful of lines per character, it's easy to fix. You get a retake. Ask for a retake, right? Thanks to the time we spent together, the actor knows what kind of direction they should follow when acting on their own. They can get you that retake, no problem. They will record it on their own. Or maybe, some actors do ask for some kind of compensation for retakes, depending on the volume of them, or if you rewrote the script, like that thing we said before, your script should be finished though, so you didn't do that thing, right? So yeah. If it's a minor thing, they will probably be happy to indulge you and just do that retake, right? But it can be even, sometimes things are more complicated. They earn your happy ending, let's call it. The reality of the direction is that sometimes, even knowing your characters from head to toe and having all of your references, differences can go beyond mere pickups and retakes. In the process of having life breathed into it through the character's experiences and the director's decisions, the characters change a little from what you had in your mind, okay? Characters evolve. Characters live from words in the script to getting active. So don't panic. Your way of going about this is crucial. How you respond to this moment where you go like, oh no, this is not what I wanted. It's very crucial. So a cool head keeps every castaway. Take a deep breath. Leave it a few days. Like you will feel like, oh no. But I want you to take a deep breath. If suddenly you don't like the thing you got, take a deep breath. Leave it a few days. Come back with a clear mind when your first emotional reaction has taken a step back. I guarantee 9 out of 10 times you listen back and go, well, yeah, okay, yeah, that works really well. And if you don't, communicate. Ask the director and the VA if they will be open to reworking the character if something doesn't work. Most of the time, people are willing to work through things, right? Like most of the time, people are willing to say like, yeah, okay, let's. We all want the project to succeed. The last option will be a recast of the character, or getting a different direction if you don't like any of the characters after all. Because you know what? Its director has their own style. Because guess what? Direction is taste. So make sure you choose a director that gets yours. Don't just choose any director to direct your stuff. Make sure you choose someone who you like. You wouldn't choose any artist, right? You wouldn't choose any musician. You would choose any one of them that you liked, right? Do the same with a director. Check their stuff. Make sure you like their stuff before you hire them. Oh my God. Anyway, I always finish every talk with credit everyone who worked with you. Winners don't erase others' works, because this is very important, and you should keep this in mind always. It's not relevant to this one, but still do it. And with all said and done, I wish you good luck. I promise I'm less mad than I sound. It's all for theatricals and stuff. And follow me on Twitter at SandraMJDev and hire me to direct for you, because you should. And that's enough to talk. We're done here. Go ask questions.
Go ask questions. That was amazing.
Thank you. My throat is shut.
You can take a drink of water or something while some people
I could take it at any moment. No, I could not.
While people here, any questions? Or are we still sitting here shocked and processing? What's going on, guys? Okay, so someone's like, what is a good source for hiring voice directors?
Well, that is a good question. I have no idea. I just know that, most of us hang out around servers and stuff. Twitter, we're on Twitter. You come up and say, hey, I love your stuff. I love how you directed this thing. You come up with to any project you liked, and you check out the director and say, oh my God, I love how this is directed. I'm going to ask the director if they would love to join me. And then the director joins you, and you feel so happy about it. Oh my God. I don't know what to tell you. I've never had to hire a director myself.
Okay, so someone I asked, let's see, let's pick the first of this. So how do you deal with voice actors who suggest edits to characters' lines?
I love that because I want the actors to feel empowered, to feel like they have some agency over their own characters. I don't want them to feel like they're they're being forced to be a text to voice machine. You know what I mean?
So what's the best way to have that interface between actor, director, and then writer?
I always double check. I tell them yeah, okay, let's try one with your take. Because if they're like, I really feel this could work, and sometimes I even have ideas yeah, I don't think this line works at all, and I tell them let's try something different. And then I tell the writer yeah, okay, we tried one take with this other take for this. Can you see if this works for you? That way they got to try it at least. It doesn't just, I didn't tell them, no, you don't get to try, you suck. They got to try at this if it will work for them.
All right, so someone's asking, will directors handle finding the actors?
No, that's a casting director. I can also do that for you, though. You can also hire me to do that.
Okay. And then let's see. So how do you suggest devs determine whether a project needs a voice acting or not in the first place?
Oh, that is very easy. I believe all projects need voice acting, all of them. I don't think there's any such thing as a project that doesn't need voice acting. But if you feel, if you have such, if you feel like, if you are, for example, I don't know, super alone and you don't think you will ever be able to have voice acting, you're wrong. You can't have voice acting. So that's how you determine it. If you think, I don't think I can, you can. That's it. That's how you determine it. You're welcome.
And then someone asked, can you explain a little bit more about what directing entails? How would I know that this is some aspects are the style of the director and not the actor? How do you tell that apart?
Basically, if an actor, if you watch say you watch a cartoon, right? And everyone acts a certain way, everyone sounds, if everyone speaks like this all the time and everyone sounds like that, you're like, okay, cool, everyone sounds like that. And now if everyone speaks like this all the time and someone speaks like this, suddenly that's like, okay, yeah, that's the actor. The actor speaks like that. If we usually say if someone acts poorly in a series or something, that's the actor. If everyone acts poorly, that's the director. You know what I mean? You get a sense for how they behave, how they speak. Because direction is kind of like a choir. If someone sings out of key, you notice. So my job as a director is to make sure everyone sounds cohesive, everyone sounds believable inside the world.
All right. Someone asked, how much of a project's budget tends to go into voice acting if they're going for it? Like, does it depend on variables, or is it kind of like a rough same area?
I mean, I don't know how much budget you have. You know, same as everything else in the world depends on your budget. You know, like it's what you can afford, right? If you're going for triple A listers, I mean, like the people I work with is probably not the same people. I mean, yeah, like I work with both people who are straight newcomers and people who work for anime, right? I work with both because it's kind of like a big industry where there's not much separation. But I would never be able to afford, say, Matthew Mercer, for example, right? I don't have that kind of budget, and no project I work with will have that kind of budget. Do you understand? Like it depends on what kind of numbers you want to work on, you know.
So if you have money, you will use it.
Yeah, if you have money, you will use it. Like it depends. It's, you know, I hate the answer, but it depends on what you want to spend.
Cool. All right. Any more questions? I think I got through most of them. All right, let's see. Is it important for a director to try to balance over the top voices against voices that play it straight? Is that the director's call?
There's no such thing as over the top voices against voices that play it straight. When you cast, and there's a saying that goes, direction is 90% casting. You don't cast people you don't think will fit in and then direct them to play against themselves, you know. So if you want a project to be low energy, you know, if you want a Bojack Horseman, for example, you don't want people to sound walking the time, you know, you don't want that. So, or you want, if you want an anime, you don't want people to sound like this all the time in an anime, right? It will be the most boring anime in the world, right? So you cast people who can't play inside that key, so to speak, right? And then you direct them to make the decisions that fit the overall cohesion that makes it sound right. Direction is really just making sure that everyone sounds cohesive and everyone will sound right. When I try to explain the direction is vision. Direction is the capacity to imagine how the project will look and sound years down the line or months down the line when everything is complete. It's the capacity to imagine how the puzzle looks together, you know?
All right. Any more questions? We probably have time for one last one, if there are any. Otherwise, I can't pronounce it, but you're up. All right. Well, thank you very much, Maxi. That was an amazing talk as usual.
All right. I'm going to brush my throat. See you all.
All right. Okay. So IIL